They knew it was coming, and they ended up holding him to just a short game.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They move the chains on third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Downfield to the tight end pitch. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. To the air now on first and 10. He's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. This opening drive has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. They'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. He'll drop to throw. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. This one caught the 4. He's in! Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play call just really finding his rhythm, mixing run, mixing pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the attack.
Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been in the last 4 years.
Well, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in the Super Bowl. And this was a division we didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more kind of relevance than maybe in years as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to
nowhere to go. He is taken down. They'll look to pick up the pace. He'll look to throw. To the right. That's pitch. Well, that helps. Going to be a much more manageable third down. Getting some good yardage on that second down. Now a timeout. That's their first.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open.
The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. At the 45-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does. I think the part that we've talked about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5-yard line, you scored inside the 5-yard line, it was all the difference that they kicked the touchback, they got the ball at 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off back to give you the ball at the 35? Or even if chances to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other... Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings and London playing the Browns over in Ipswich. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point Sunday very soon where every team plays one game outside the U.S. in each regular season. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked up by Ethan Pace. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And these tight...
The Falcons offense getting things in order as they try out for this next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind. Interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him as their first round.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunt. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg.
Chalk this one up like to just a...
Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this weekend.
Yeah, it certainly does. And if you're careful, what's that kind of rule? You don't want one loss to turn into one bad play to turn into two. Best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
And they'll be taking down the they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Robinson. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. The sound
myself, you can't feel. Don't tune in and be on some anti. I told her pull up, she asked me do I get it. Right now I'm fresh as hell, somebody take a flip. Yeah.